So this fishing trip started off with a trip to Bass Pro Shops and a slice of pizza.
Hey, is this Bass Pro Shops? Yeah, I just wanted to come through and spend my life savings.
Bass Pro Shops, the spot that I spend all my money. Bass Pro Shops, the spot that I spend all my money.
Tabba Zabba, you're my only friend.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, you too.
Alright, life savings spent. I'm gonna take some of this stuff back to New York though, we're good. Johnny Morris is a good guy too. I support. I love driving. I don't own a car. I'm 35 and I've never owned a car. I'm borrowing my mom's. That's why you always see me on my bicycle. But when I get a chance to drive, it is fun. It is a good time, man. Here in my car, I drive really far to go Bass Pro Shops and spend all of my money. Bob.
I really wanted to be prepared for the new place that I'd never fished before, so I went and got some bait of a variety of waxworms, earthworms, night crawlers if you want to call them, and also like a bubble bucket, like a insulated aerator bucket, so I could get some live shiners at the local bait shop. And we were off on the kayak. I kept getting blown around by the wind. It was blowing north and hit me straight in the face the whole time. My lines kept getting crossed. I was getting pushed into the trees anytime I went and tried to fish the bank. Just getting spun in circles, and it was kind of a disaster, honestly. Trying to keep a good attitude here, but this is pretty miserable. Anytime I get out into the main channel where I'm marking fish, I just get blown all over the place. So I don't know, I'm sort of over here contemplating life. This is the only little area I found that's out of the wind. It's still windy over here, so I eat this sandwich that I took from my mom's refrigerator and contemplate life for a second. Unfortunately, all that I had to say, I mean, I had one fish on the line, lost him, but the only thing that really came out of the trip was I broke my rudder on my kayak. Trip from hell, man. I broke the rudder, got skunked, can barely feel my hands. I'm not giving up without a fight, man. I'm going to another lake. We're gonna catch something. I've been having trouble making videos lately, and so I left the new lake and went to a body of water that I know pretty well.
Next spot, we got the waxworms, the crawlers, the shiners, and a bunch of loose dogs. Come on, Charlie!
Charlie, out!
And took the bait and tried to catch some panfish and perch, and trout's closed but open for catch and release. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of try and make something out of the day and go over to that lake, and it was fun. I caught some yellow perch.
I think I got one. Nice. That is too small to keep. But at least we caught a fish. Target species too.
And thought about keeping some, but anytime I put them in the bucket to keep, I just felt like they were too small, and it just felt bad. I don't know.
Gotta be good sportsmen, you know what I'm saying? Can't be keeping all the small fish, because then there won't be any fish for the circle of life, you know what I'm saying?
I went over to the Trout Managed Park and tried to do some, barbless artificial single hook sporty trout fishing, but even the trout weren't biting.
Later, buddy. Whoop. Be free, my friend. Give this to some pickerel. Later, guys. Go be free. Go populate and give some bass some candy.
I'm weird about that stuff with keeping small fish.
I don't consider myself a failure. It's just winter. May I please have tuna on a hard roll, curly fries, number 3 crispy chicken sandwich combo meal. I have a large chocolate milkshake. Do you have the fried Oreos still? Also have an order of the fried Oreos.
My mom was super cool. She gave me some frozen cod and some eggs. Eggs are really expensive right now. I can't really afford them, so it was nice to have some eggs, and I brought them back to the city, hopped on the train, cruised through Grand Central for a while, explored Grand Central, hopped on the subway, went back to Brooklyn, and cooked up a nice dinner with the cod and the eggs. That cod made me really sick. I puked a couple times, and I think I'm starting to feel better, but it really messed me up. You can see I finally organized my gear up here in all these little boxes, but I did a shoot last week with, I don't like name dropping bands, but I don't have any NDA on this project, with Matchbox 20. And they were like one of my favorite groups to work with, to be honest. Worked with a lot of musicians and I really liked working with them, but long story short, my equipment got mixed up with the rental house, so I have to go over to Adorama and pick up some of my gear, and I still have those worms and wax worms from the lake trip. So I think I'm going to take those worms and my travel rod. We'll go over the rental house. Maybe I can show you what it looks like in there. I haven't been there in a while, and we can look at some fancy gear. And then we'll take the worms over to Prospect Park. It's not too far from Prospect Park, and see if we can maybe get into some crappie.
And you catch the golden shiner, right?
Yeah.
And what is this you use?
It's a jig. I was trying worms, and
I have this.
it's a tough bite. Really couldn't get a solid bite going. What ended up working was the wax worms and the lunker hunt combo with the jig for the crappie and size 12 for the bluegill. But yeah, I came here for the crappie. I just couldn't get a good bite going. Just having a tough time fishing lately, but it's how the winter goes. But I still have a lot of bait left, so I was thinking we'd go over to Queens maybe in the next few days. Just keep filming and maybe try and get on some white perch or a snakehead maybe. Toilet seat. I feel like I'm gonna get E. coli out here. I was gonna go snakehead fishing, but when I got there, I don't know, my moral compass was telling me it was a bad idea. It's actually kind of snowing right now, which is pretty cool. Unexpected. It wasn't supposed to snow. But yeah, if you catch a snakehead in New York City, you have to take him out of the water, kill him, and then report it to the narcs. And I'm no snitch.
Yeah.
Fish the sea all the time.
Yeah. So you come to here to live?
Just to experience nature. Yeah,
Nature?
just be in nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
God bless you.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, good.
Well, I went to Queens. I even stopped filming my herring missions because I just kept getting skunked. Curious if there was some bad juju or something. Look at these ducks just hanging out saying hi. But yeah, failure's okay. I really like failing, actually. You know, life is sort of like a baseball game if you break it down. You got people in the bleachers. The bleachers are really comfortable. A lot more people in the bleachers. And then you got people playing ball, you know, throwing those knuckleballs, just throwing ideas out. And, yeah, you know, you're going to fail. You're not going to knock it out of the park every time, but at least you tried. And that's all that matters. The ones that get out there and try are the ones that innovate. There we go. Big one. Nice. Finally found them. Dang, this is a nice one. Sick. Took me a while to find them this morning. Finally found them. It's a nice one. Yeah.
Whoa. Nice.
Took me a while to find them. They've been moving around a lot. Usually they hang over there in the winter time, but they like to throw a curveball sometimes. Poor goose has a big tag around his neck. It's like that big. I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for this. Probably going to get a bunch of people that have adverse opinions to this, but I'm against tagging research. Always have been. I think I always will be. You know, I think human beings like to control everything, like plants, animals. Just like, why? Why do you have the right to control it? It's really messed up. Imagine if you were walking through life with this tag on your back, this annoying tag, and then from their perspective, imagine you're in a flock, you know, and then all of a sudden you look different than your flock. Maybe your flock will want to move away from you. Kind of how I feel about striped bass. It's like everyone just has such strong opinions about what they think is right. Just leave them alone. Just like enjoy nature. Don't gotta control every last thing. See, you guys know, you're talking back. My GoPro is acting really crazy and it's cold. It's very cold this morning. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I think I'm gonna call it here. And let me know if there's a video you want to see. I'm always open to ideas. As long as it kind of pertains to going out and fishing. I've learned my lesson with this YouTube's that when you kind of go off the rails in different directions, and I totally get why they do this. You know, it's like a pizza shop. Why do you go to the pizza shop? You go to the pizza shop to get pizza. You don't go there to get, well, maybe tiramisu. They got good tiramisu, but you know what I'm saying. Like, there's so many channels, then when you veer in different directions with your content, it just gets confusing. They don't know what to recommend, so let me know. I'm open to ideas. Whoa, that's a big stick.